Hello, welcome to the I'm Angry and Annoyed Amused podcast. Your own Mike is next to me is Uncle Phil.
Zip.
Over there is Johnny.
Yo.
Across the table is the other Mike.
Hello.
That felt like a Coneheads thing.
Zip.
Is that from something?
No, it's from me.
What did the
No,
Coneheads used to
fair
do?
enough.
Well, I don't
they
know.
did have
They
like
did
a...
Saturday Night Live.
No,
Yeah,
no,
what
but
did
they
they
made
do?
the movie and they had like a noise that
They
they
were
would
from
make.
France.
It might have been something like
they
that.
made a noise. It was like
They did make... Yeah.
Oh yeah, they
That was a
did.
good
some
movie.
kind of thing.
That
Who
was
was that guy?
stupid.
Dan Aykroyd.
Dan Aykroyd.
It was Dan Aykroyd, right?
You thought that was good? It
Coneheads?
was such a waste
I
of
like that
space.
It was funny on Saturday Night Live.
Yeah,
I like the movie.
the whole movie was too much.
I thought it was good. I guess I saw it when I was younger. So
It was.
Yeah.
It
it
was.
was like kind of silly, but
Me
I liked
too.
It
it.
was a silly movie. I like
Yeah.
silly. I like silly movies.
No, I'm more eclectic in my
You're a
taste.
little more. You're more like a. chick
The rom-com?
flick
You know,
kinda guy.
eclectic means you like a lot of different things
Yeah, in my movies, it has to be a lot of different things.
in each movie.
In
The
a
movie.
has to have.
It has to be an eclectic movie for you to watch
exactly.
As long as Patrick
Conehead was
Swayze-
too flat.
As long as Patrick Swayze's in it.
Coneheads were
watch
too
it.
flat.
Which those is
That's
funny because those are like
contradictory.
very one note.
They're not. They're still eclectic.
Do you watch
don't know.
movies with tissues?
Is he even a good actor?
He's one of the
Dan
Is
best.
he known for being a good actor?
Absolutely.
For real.
He in,
Patrick
Swayze.
in the
Swayze?
80s and 90s.
He was a dancer.
Yeah, like he wasn't.
He was.
He didn't have like. Did he win any award? Like he wasn't like a.
He
Yeah, he was in
know what I
Ghost.
mean?
Yeah, see, Ghost,
Okay.
iconic.
Oh, wasn't
And-
he in
and Dirty
I don't know, is
Dancing.
he
Dirty
in Ghost?
Dancing.
Another. He wasn't Ghost.
Yeah,
he was
but
the
like
main
Dirty
guy.
Dancing was like a dance. Like
But
No,
he
but
was
it
still
was-
great.
yeah, I can't. Like I don't
And he
know
was,
about that.
And he was in. Oh my God, Point Break, another phenomenal movie.
I didn't watch that movie.
That would be right up your alley.
Nobody
right?
watched that movie.
That
What are you
Keanu
talking
Reeves.
about? Yeah,
Is that like
Keanu
the
Reeves.
snowboarding
The
or
surfing.
Surfing.
Yeah,
That's,
Why is my phone going crazy?
well, that's
I
what we've
don't
been.
know,
It's
mute
been
it.
doing it all night.
Michael is
mute it. Yeah, stop
is
texting.
rudely
as well.
texting.
Why do you
during
have
the filming of
Why
the
do you have your
podcast.
phone
This-
on loud?
I will
I don't
say
know how to turn it
Yeah.
off.
this
Like, I don't know
angers
how
me to death.
What does?
When we're trying to record one and people just decide to
They
just,
just
like,
do other things.
just do other stuff. He does it all the time.
He's so.
He'll just like go on his phone.
I'm
He
totally
does.
focused on.
I'm talking about him mostly.
Look at him.
I have.
What are you looking up?
Michael should have a
Coneheads,
computer.
the sound they make. I
Doo-doo.
have attention deficit disorder.
Oh my God, give me a break.
Yeah.
Well, I don't.
Did you have it
Oh
diagnosed?
my God.
Well, you
Shut
don't
up.
think I do?
You believe in that? For real?
Those fake. One of those.
Well, then what's my problem then? Why
You don't
can't-
have a
Why can't I
problem.
sit still for a half hour?
Because you're
I
annoying.
don't know, dude.
Oh, because I'm annoying.
Yeah.
You could. You can. Sit still for an hour.
No, I can't.
You can.
I try.
You've been sitting here for since 7.
I think we would.
not
There's
easy.
probably things we had that we were not diagnosed.
Yeah.
We were
but
never brought to the doctor.
ADD
We weren't
and
doctor
ADHD, like there are people who I guess have it to such a degree that it becomes like a problem in their life, but not really. Like they're way over medicating kids these days about it. And over
Well, that's
the word?
possible.
Over-
Overdiagnosing.
But there are things people do have. There are.
No.
But not,
Oh.
not
People
those.
have.
Yeah, but those are such a low level of a what is it truly saying? Oh, you're hyper.
Well, you get sleep paralysis. What's that? Is that a real
That's
thing?
just its own thing.
That's a real thing, though?
I'm hyper too.
I'm
My
not-
thing's not real, but yours is?
No, I'm saying like you could kind of name any version of it. Like, is it true? Look it up right now. Is ADHD?
I can't. I'm looking up the Coneheads. I can only do one thing at a
Stop
time.
playing
too.
the audio out loud when we're recording
trying.
something.
Well, that's people say multitask, right? But the truth is, you can't.
You can't multitask.
You can't
can only do
multitask.
one thing
You
at a
kinda-
time.
your
Brain
can
can
jump
only do one
back
thing at a
quicker.
time. You could shift gears,
Quickly.
so to speak, but you can't multitask. It doesn't exist. What's that now?
That's because he keeps.
What's that
you guys
buzzing?
keep texting. That's not it. That'd be like
Oh,
eating.
I'm trying to find it. It's a high pitch.
Stop. Okay, stop looking it up. We'll find it later. Put it in a short.
Fine. Go ahead. What's your topic, son? We're ready to go.
No, now I'm angry about all this.
We're
That's
not-
shut
we're
my
talking
phone
about
off.
this.
All right, so let's talk about
No,
it.
I'm angry about other stuff.
Shut
I'm
my
angry
phone
about
off.
that. I'm angry about
John,
ADD
stop
and
using your
ADHD.
chin.
I don't have
Stop
ADHD.
using the
I
mic to scratch.
personally think.
ADHD. This is the thing, Uncle
You
Phil.
have 100%
about it,
of my
or
attention.
whoever said, is it real or is it not? There are things that are real,
Like sleep paralysis.
like sleep paralysis, that has like you can find people, but it doesn't
That's not a
mean.
disease.
I know.
Sleep paralysis.
Neither like,
Half
but
things
neither
aren't
neither is
diseases.
ADD or ADHD.
Well, it
But
could be.
They're not. No, I mean, if anything, they're disorders, because it's just like you're.
Attention deficit disorder is a disorder. Yeah.
Mexican
Yes, I
word
know.
of the day.
That's not what a disease
Mexican.
is.
Disorder.
Who said it was a disease?
He just did.
He used the wrong word.
What?
He's from Brooklyn.
Yeah,
What do you
but
mean?
I'm saying a
What do you mean?
disorder.
It's not a. What I say?
but like,
You said
look,
it was a disease.
but all of
It's a disorder.
for
It's disease.
but it's not like it's an on or off thing, right? Like you either have sleep paralysis or you don't, and it's an event. You know what I
What
mean?
about ADD?
I'm saying it's like a massive spectrum. There could be people who have it so bad that they are totally inept in all parts of their life because they can't focus for more than 5 seconds. That might exist, right? But I'm talking about all the people in like the general gap that's like, had you just been treated like a normal person, you would be a normal person. But the doctor's like, oh, this kid is ADHD. So now you're medicated and told you have a learning disability your whole
I was
life.
never told any of that stuff.
I'm not.
I just
What does he think
diagnosed
I'm
it.
talking about? What-
Tuesdays, bro. No more.
I just diagnosed it now because you said I can't sit still. I keep looking things up.
You're
during the
self-diagnosed
show.
right now.
Just right now.
Wonderful.
I never knew I had it till now. You brought it out to me.
You don't.
You did.
You don't have it.
No, but there are
You
things
like don't have it.
Listen, my sister believes that I'm undiagnosed Tourette's, a version of Tourette's.
What?
Because I have nervous tics.
Okay.
But
Whenever-
growing up, they used to just say you have a nervous tic,
Right.
right?
Right.
Maybe if I was sent to the doctor, they might have said,
No.
if they even knew about it back then, because some of those things were not.
Here's the problem with today's world. When you grew up,
Can I
you
say
didn't
a-
go to a
can I say
doctor
a bad
enough.
word?
Wait, hold up. When you grew up, they didn't send you to the doctor enough. Now
They send you
they
to
send
doctor
you for everything.
Yeah,
We're
no,
the
they-
real world right now.
But
I
that's,
say a
I think
bad
that's
word
Mike.
on the
I think that's
podcast?
Michael's point.
Yes,
That
please.
they kind of overdiagnose
Yes.
things.
I love bad boys on podcasts.
In the
Example.
70s, when you had tics and stuff like that, we just said stop acting like a retard.
All right.
Ticks.
That's what we
There's
did.
a million
Tits.
ticks.
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 Why do I say stuff like that?
Ticks.
Ticks.
He's saying when back in the day,
That's what we would say. Stop
if
acting
somebody
like a
had a
retard.
tick,
Oh, I
You
thought you
would
meant
just say-
ticks.
We didn't be like you got
Like from the.
no.
You're
The
really-
ticks-
that brought up
Like a deer
ticks.
I
tick.
know you
Oh,
really brought the
Lord.
word tick.
They did. Listen, I could tell you that people would go
Oh,
like
my
this.
God.
Stop doing that. Stop acting. I'm like,
Stop
I
acting like a
can't. I don't know
retard,
how
yeah.
to stop.
Yeah.
I said it 3 times now.
It's okay.
That's
Did
it.
I
I'm
miss
not going to
something?
say it anymore. I
Ticks?
apologize.
I also have ADD. No, is that
No,
the inability
you're not allowed
to
to have
listen?
ADD.
What is the inability to listen?
Deaf.
Acting like a retard.
I'm
told you,
saying
stop
that
acting stupid, you
there's
moron.
like every person has like a slightly different way of like acting in
living
life.
life.
And now we
And
get
it's
to a
not-
point where they want to classify
and
every
it's not all
single
some-
specific
it's not all
version.
some type of syndrome.
But
Everything.
people
Right.
overplay.
Or even if it is this syndrome, like, okay, for instance, anxiety, right?
Yep.
Anxiety.
Anxiety's real.
Yes. Yeah. And I get it sometimes too, but like it's an emotion. It's not, you can have crippling anxiety, right? You can be on the such the far end of the spectrum that like every day you're a mess of like nerves and stuff.
Yeah.
And I get that. And for those people, maybe it makes sense to go to therapy or to have some sort of medication. But now because of that, anxiety just became this blanket thing that everybody can just go like, I don't feel like doing that. I have anxiety about it. For everything at all times.
Yeah,
and
my
you're
anxiety's kicking
and
in.
you're medicating people who like don't have anxiety problems. They just have a version of the emotion which is
I do-
anxiety.
Yeah, I do agree that does happen.
Everybody has
And they do it for
anxiety.
every
Especially
everybody
for
has
work.
anxiety. Anxiety is fundamentally an emotion. There are people whose brains can't regulate those
I had
thoughts.
I had
It's
anxiety.
basically
My
like an
whole
OCD
I have
thing.
anxiety
They
too.
used to medicate me.
Right.
What?
Who?
They medicated me.
Medicated.
Who?
Who do you think?
They took you to the doctor,
Uncle Philly used to give me a pill. Then they said it was for
and
my
they never
stomach.
sent me to the
Wait,
doctor.
Uncle Phil?
Uncle
We
Philly.
had Uncle. a doctor.
Not him.
He was a doctor.
Say.
My younger brother used to give me a pill.
Uncle. Uncle.
I mean, he's Uncle Phil on the show, so
Oh,
he
fair
has to
enough.
call him that.
Well, it's Uncle Philly.
My Uncle Philly was a doctor. So he used to give me a pill, but they didn't tell me what it was. But it was something to calm me down.
But how come they never sent me to the doctor for
Because
my
you didn't have
tick?
it bad.
They just called me a retard.
They called
right?
you a retard.
Because you
moved
just
on.
had like a tick.
But they
Why do
They're
you
like,
have
he's
to
the
do
runt.
this?
said it's gonna
He's the
make-
runt of the 5 of them.
They said it's going to make your stomach feel better, and then they just kicked me out the door to do whatever I had to do. They never
No,
explained
but
to
think
me what
about
my
this, right?
emotions were.
How loose do
Nobody
people?
explained to me what my problems were.
How loose do people use that OCD term?
OCD is pretty.
Like OCD,
OCD is a big one.
Again,
Anxiety's
there's
bigger.
mental. There is
Autism.
illness to that, right? There's-
Autism's
Autism's overblown.
Autism's a big one now.
Everybody's
Everybody has
autistic
autism,
nowadays.
yeah.
And people
Everybody.
go OCD
That's why
because
they
you
made
like
it a
your
whole
desk to be
spectrum.
neat.
Yeah.
It's just
Yeah,
like
exactly.
your desk to be
It's
neat.
on a very low end of the
Yeah,
spectrum.
he's normal,
Slightly autistic.
but he's slightly autistic. He's extreme autistic. It's crazy.
Yeah, but it's like it's totally. It becomes meaningless
Yeah.
when everybody has this thing and like whatever, and it annoys me like a lot because it's only gonna get worse. Like that, everybody's like.
It's almost like everyone has
basically,
to
I don't
have
know what the
something.
rates are now, but if you go, I think they said like, as recently, I don't know,
That's
last couple
why-
of years, they do like these at colleges. They do polls, and like 40-something% are self-diagnosed with something, and I'm like,
Oh,
that
of course.
the human population doesn't exist like that.
That's
It's
why
not like
when
we've
we
always
call-
just been.
How could you even know
When
if
we
you
used
have
to
a
call
cold? You can't
everybody a retard.
self-diagnose.
Nobody was a retard anymore.
Right.
You know,
Yeah.
people self-diagnose.
Well, it's
now.
not even self-identify. So they might have been diagnosed, but I'm saying doctors now
But they'll diagnose you.
they
with
will
anything.
diagnose you because it's,
a-
no skin off their
But it is
back.
like
Yeah.
people.
It's like
Everyone has to have something.
yeah.
But it's good
I
to
hate
have
to
it now
even
because,
say
like, come on, like, how many jobs now can you like
That's like the
call
gluten-free
out
thing.
and be like, I'm just overworked, I'm stressed out, I need an
Oh, man,
anxiety
people
day.
calling sick. At the
I could
top of their
never
hat.
imagine doing that.
Kids used to get 5 extra
Like-
hours or whatever on the SAT for like whatever.
I got an extra half
like
hour
for some half.
on test for my dyslexia.
Well,
Half
at least
hour.
dyslexia, I kind of understood.
But I'm saying a half hour.
It was like you can get it for anxiety.
Did he really have?
Why
dyslexia?
should you get
Did he
extra
really
time to
have
take a test?
dyslexia, or was he just dumb?
I was just
Was he
stupid.
just dumb?
That could be.
and they
I could
just,
see.
Just
they just
stupid.
gave him the dyslexia
That
thing.
could
They're
be.
just like, you just can't read, you dumbass.
Did they make you come in early or you stayed?
I got to
half hour
stay
late?
late, which sucked because all my friends got to leave together and hang out, and I had to stay and take my test longer.
Sidetracking.
You probably
Not
failed
sidetracking,
anyway.
But I just
What?
want to know:
Did you probably failed anyway?
I never failed a test ever.
You were a good student.
I was a very good student.
can a guy with
Yeah.
dyslexia design and do this whole thing?
Yes.
No.
Yes.
No, they
Yes,
can't.
a lot of,
No,
lot
they
of,
don't have
A lot
to
of
lie
lot
to you.
Thank you, a lot of
automated.
check.
What do you call it? Artificial intelligence.
No,
You
a
were
lot
just-
of tests.
You
A
were
lot
just
of,
getting an advantage over the rest of the kids in school.
no, with the extra half. Why would I want to stay a half hour longer?
Maybe you had
No,
a crush
because
on the teacher.
there was some. He was cute. There was a
Patrick Swayze looked like.
there was a lot of tests I took that I didn't have a problem with. I'd walk out before everybody else because I was intelligent. You know, the old guy that used to sit in your seat actually said that Johnny's very intelligent.
Which subjects did you walk out of early?
Gym.
There was no. Well, there was tests in gym.
There was
back then,
tests in
so-
gym.
Get these to run. and stuff.
Do sports.
Climb
It's
the
coming
rope.
back.
Yeah. No, I was.
Right? The president's
Yeah,
physical
Brady.
fitness.
Oh yeah.
He signed it.
I was good at any, like, if I knew there was a test and I studied, I would do really well. Like, but then, like, a week later, I didn't know any of it. I'm a good studier.
I couldn't study. I
I'm
couldn't
a great
pay attention
studier.
to studying, but I never thought I had ADD. I didn't know ADD existed.
Why
but
when
I
you
still
say ADD, does it sounds fake? Like, every time you say ADD, it just sounds like you're saying it wrong.
would say DAD.
What's
Nah.
ADHD?
Attention deficit hyperactive disorder.
What is that?
It's
What's
hyper.
your-
It's,
Michael
it's the
said,
same
it's
thing
just
as
being-
ADD,
it's
but
just-
it's,
it's just
it's
crazier.
hyperactive. As in ADD, you can't focus, but you don't necessarily like.
You're not
the classic
all over the
example
place.
Of, like the little kid who's like bouncing, like that one kid who's like seems like he can literally not sit still, bouncing off the walls.
Yeah, Mike Myers.
That's ADHD.
Then he ate the
AD
chocolate and he pulled the
ADD
monkey bars off the thing.
ADD is more of just like
One of the most
a.
hilarious
Your brain
skits
can't
I ever
focus.
It's
saw.
more of it's more of a learning disability, and ADHD is also behavioral, so to speak. They both have. ADHD struggles in school too, and ADD I'm sure has some hyperactive tendencies.
Yeah.
I never
But that's
struggled in
the-
school,
that's
so
the
I don't have
separation.
either one.
So
of
you're
those
neither
things.
one.
Probably not. They are sort of
I
fundamentally learning
struggled.
disabilities.
Grammar school, I never struggled. High school, I struggled.
That's because you had friends.
What does that mean?
Yeah, because then he gets distracted by other things. You know, he didn't want to hang out. He wanted to be cool. He wanted to be part of it.
No,
Like,
I didn't like a day of high school.
a day. You didn't like any of them.
Just the band and that's it.
Well, I didn't like school at all.
I loved school.
But you
I
didn't
hated
struggle in school
No, I didn't struggle.
I loved school. School was fun.
But I didn't have any of
because
those.
you got extra time to take your tests.
I was in school longer.
But
than everybody else.
I did like. I'm not claiming to have ADD or ADHD or anything
No,
like
you
that.
can't claim it now. Not after we
I would
said at
never.
the beginning.
No, I would never because it's ridiculous. But like, I didn't focus in school. You know what I mean? It's just like it just wasn't that hard.
Because you're smart.
Yeah, but I'm saying like it's the same. Like, my point is
He's trying to show off now.
no is with learning disabilities. I always thought it was very silly about like we would have math A or whatever.
Right.
You know, so it would be like a part of the class had to like go to get special help in math. And I guess in retrospect it was like just for dumb kids. But that was always like silly to me because I'm like, shouldn't they just fail the class? You know what I mean?
Kind of
Does that make sense?
nation.
I don't know. The headphones went out. I wasn't
If
really
they
listening.
all have an actual, if you have a
I have
separate,
ADHD.
if you have a separate class that is for people with actual dyslexia, let's say you're in a reading class and it's really hard for you guys, so you need an extra half hour to read the same thing, fine. But we had like math A and English A, and I don't know if there was maybe maybe some of the kids were dyslexic, I don't know, but like math A, it was like just for kids who were kind of dumb.
Yeah.
Because like I didn't have class with kids who had like massive learning
We
disabilities.
talked about this before.
And they just didn't get it. And
Not
I'm like,
everybody learns at the same pace. Not everybody is good.
No.
at certain
yeah, but
things.
it's like the
I
No
see what
Child
you're
Left
saying.
Behind thing. I'm like, let them
No,
fail.
but
I don't
they
know.
can learn this.
My question is-
I don't believe that anybody can't learn basic algebra. I think they're intentionally not learning this thing.
When I went to
I think
college,
some minds can't do certain things.
when I went to college, you had to take
They
a
may
test.
be very
Obviously,
good at something else.
They won't give you the floor.
they won't give me the floor.
No,
I'm
but
just
there
gonna
are
take the
people that
floor.
are better
That
at
ain't how
math.
Matt felt.
Yes,
that's why he
better,
left.
but not like
that's why
learning
he quit.
algebra.
Some people just can't pick things
I
up.
think that's what he told me.
You should advertise us.
I
Got a
should.
nice set.
Okay, nice that.
Not you,
Now you're up.
Matt.
I was like, when I went to college, I remember you had to take your SATs, you had to do all your scores and all that, and you got in. But when I went to college, I also had to take like entry test after I was already there to position where I was in the school. And I remember being with people that like, if I took a math test after I already graduated high school with whatever maths I've had and took the SAT, there were people with me that sucked at math, and they went back to like grammar school math to get ready for the
Yeah.
math that I was in. And I remember thinking like, that's so weird. If you can't do it, why are you in, like, you shouldn't have made college. Like,
Right.
You were supposed to learn this for the last 4 years.
Yeah.
And I never understood that.
And I mean, middle grammar
people
school,
don't
you'll
learn.
never convince me. Look, maybe I could learn faster than kids. Fine, whatever. But I mean, if you're learning 6th grade algebra, you're telling me this kid needs an extra hour a week to get
yeah.
like it just doesn't compute to me. And my argument would be, if they're that bad at it, they fail that year and they don't go anywhere. And if
Right.
they can't learn algebra in 3 years in the 6th grade, why send them to high school?
Right.
No,
They don't belong there.
But you got
What are you laughing about? I mean, do they? What is this argument?
you got to get left behind.
That's what I'm saying. And if they
Fuck
literally,
that.
if you have somebody who exists, who as a 15-year-old cannot understand 6th grade math, send them to the mines.
Do they leave kids back
like
anymore?
what do you do with that kid? I mean, what are they gonna?
It's actually really good. You don't run anything in life, like anything. Because
I don't know. I'd be all for you.
your way of thinking is ridiculous.
It's the right
How?
way.
How?
because some people just can't learn at the same pace as others.
But I'm
period.
giving
no.
time.
But
I'm
there's
saying
nothing
No,
wrong
no,
with giving
no.
people help.
No, hold on.
fine, but like
No,
do it
no,
after
no.
school.
He doesn't. That's what they're doing.
No, it was during school.
They separate.
It was
them.
during school.
They do it separately.
It was during school.
Separately.
Yeah,
put
separate.
them
They're
in
not
different
interrupting
classes.
your
Separate.
learning because they're
Right.
helping.
It's not
another
about
kid.
interrupting.
I
learning.
think
it's
what
the
I-
moral of the
what I
It's
think
the
I-
fact that he just annoys them.
It's
No,
the principle.
Can't
It's
learn
the principle.
Wait, from what
because
I'm-
I don't believe it.
What I think I'm getting out of
This
your
is- this
stuff,
is the
maybe
same
I'm
guy.
wrong.
He can't use a scissor. He can't use a scissor.
Which is crazy.
He's
And you would
30
never
years
say-
old.
Leave him back.
He can't use a scissor.
And I wasn't trying to get into like an art school.
My
Right? Like
que-
if I went and I couldn't
They
cut
should've
stuff,
flunked you.
and I
Everybody
went to an
uses
art
scissors.
school and they
They
were like,
should've flunked
"Sir,
you every
you
year
can't
for
do
art.
arts and
They
crafts."
should have
Right.
left you back for arts and crafts.
Come
for
on,
years.
let's be real. That's obviously not a thing that's useful in life.
Using a
Scissor?
scissor. Everybody uses a scissor.
How about a letter roll?
I mean, I use a. I
Like
use
you
a.
use arithmetic.
I
Like,
use.
what are we
I
talking
use a
about?
scissor more than I use math.
Kids can't read.
Oh,
Kids
well,
can't
How
read.
about writing? Want to talk about handwriting?
I mean, that doesn't
Oh,
Oh,
count.
you want to talk? Oh no, you don't want to talk about.
I'll
that,
talk about
right?
handwriting. My
Your
handwriting
handwriting's
is fine.
atrocious.
What does
It's
it mean? What does
atrocious.
it mean to have good writing?
It's terrible.
Is
You
it
can't
legible?
read
Edgeable.
Is it legible?
Edgeable.
Legible.
It's right on the cusp of legible.
That's
right.
totally wrong.
It's right on the cusp of legible.
That's.
Get a pen to paper and write something.
Write
right
something
now.
down. Write something down. We have to do this right now.
What do you want me to write? Pick something while I'm wrong.
No, you can't tell us. That's the thing.
Just write a sentence. We
You
gotta see if
write
we
it,
can
and we
read
got to
it.
read it.
And don't do like your best penmanship ever. Just write it like you really write.
What I will say is I get like everybody has a different intellectual like knowledge in school, but I feel like if you're a freshman in high school, you should be able to do the freshman work.
There's a baseline you kind of have to hit.
Right.
You shouldn't be where we
Right, you shouldn't have to go
That,
backwards.
okay, I understand that. I understand.
Like, yeah,
You
no,
can't
not
just-
everybody's as smart as
You
him,
can't just stop teaching people because they can't learn.
but you shouldn't
Yeah,
be
but-
there.
Leave them in the third
Right.
grade
They
until they
can't
get third
stay-
grade
they
math.
can't
Stop
stay
putting.
in
Stop
third
moving
grade
them.
till they're 14 years old either.
So
Yes,
we
you
put them
can.
So we move them to the next class where they don't get that more.
Wait,
No.
isn't that
And
then
isn't
they
there
get
a
an extra
movie
hour
like
and they don't
that?
get
Nobody's
that.
ever that far behind.
What's that movie?
I
There's
don't
an
know.
old like
this
80s
high
movie,
schoolers that
isn't
can't
there?
read.
Which one?
Where there's this really tall guy.
First of all, just let's just notice the way he holds the pen.
On the next episode
mean,
of
like-
Angry Annoyed and Amused Family Feud,
that is fucking
Mike
weird,
and
bro.
other Mike will go 3 rounds.
Wait, how?
I do hold it weird.
Just look at
I'll
the way he
admit
holds
that.
the pen.
Yeah, why do you hold it like that?
Just, I never.
Were you
because
left out? Have you ever
because
been
this
left
is
out?
exactly
No, no.
why. I'll tell you exactly why. They tried to fit. That's how I
tried
learned to
to
write. This is how I did it. They had like a,
They had a physical
physical
not a physical
therapist.
therapist. They
and they were like, "You got to
Whatever,
do it
it
like
was a
this." I'm like,
therapist.
"Can you read what I wrote?"
the lady
They
quit.
could.
The lady quit.
Because
he challenged
they
her.
wanted me to write in a different way, and I said, "Can you read the letters
Come
I'm
on,
writing?
write
Are they the
something."
same letters as everybody else's letters?" Yes.
Yeah, go ahead.
Why change my hand? Like, what
I can agree
does it
with
matter
that.
how I hold my... If I held it like this,
Go ahead,
fair.
write
what does it
something.
matter?
Let me
I
see.
agree with
I'm thinking of a
Writes like a
sentence.
caveman.
That is very weird.
He's thinking of a sentence.
What's crazy is the knuckle
the
out.
knuckle.
You see the
The
knuckle
knuckle out.
What?
he does. He writes like he's missing fingers. I've never seen him write all these years. That's crazy.
How do you hold a fork?
Holy shit. Holy cow.
He can't. That's why he eats chips all the time.
Oh my fuck. This
He
is
doesn't know how to hold a
But
fork.
he's trying so hard to write neat right now.
I'm
He's
not.
got to strap the forks to his.
This is crazy right now.
You can't read that?
That's
If you
neat.
can't read that, you're illiterate.
First of all,
not like
no, I can read this, but script. Write it in script.
Wait, hold on.
he can't read script. Send it back to the 3rd grade.
He can read it. Just reads it backwards.
Fine, I'll write in script. I haven't written in script in a long time, but I'll do it.
And that size is the size he
Dude.
writes no matter what.
Dude, I've known you
No-
forever.
no
What does
matter-
that have to
no
do
matter
with
what.
anything?
That's the size of the print that he has. That's,
This-
the only size.
let's see his-
Total non sequitur.
This is like being married to a girl and she takes her shoes off. You found out she had fucking like 8 toes and all spread
I
out.
can't remember how to write in script.
Oh, you can't write in script. Well, they should leave you back. They should take your degree away.
Oh,
I
I
got
don't.
a hybrid.
I don't remember because nobody writes in script.
I hate to do
anymore.
this, Michael.
No,
but-
I do a half
Michael,
and
I
half.
hate to do this, but you got to get a pair of scissors now because I got to see what
Yeah,
that's all
might as
about.
well.
I got to see
Lay
it
it all
now.
out. Let's just lay it all out.
Dude. Oh my God! Just so everybody knows too, as everybody knows, we always put him down as the most like intelligent one on the panel here. this is
My ability, my hand holding my pen has nothing to do with my ability to think.
Oh my God! I think this.
We have to do a. What's the thing they do on a president? Cognizant.
Cognitive test.
Cognitive.
Cognitive
Right? Yeah, don't
test,
do it on me, but
my
on
God.
Michael.
Let's see this
We'll have to
handwriting.
test him.
This is very of mice and men moment for me.
All right, it's legible.
It's what script looks like.
It's barely legible.
Oh my God!
You should have been a doctor.
Whatever.
It says, please check out the Angry, Annoyed, and Amused podcast. That's nasty. Let me see that.
I mean-
I do a hybrid. I do like.
I
a
gotta
half and
say,
half.
Like, I'm not saying that my
me see that
handwriting
pen.
is immaculate. I'm saying it has nothing to do with my ability to learn stuff.
Nobody said that. Just saying you can't write
No.
as nice as other people. That poor kid that can't
That's
learn
not- but
algebra probably has fantastic handwriting.
Yeah, he
But
might.
who cares?
and can write beautiful poems.
Who
And you
cares?
can't.
Can write? No. See, this is where you're losing it.
They can't write a
The
poem.
ability to write stuff, like physically, to have nice handwriting, has nothing to
Oh,
do
no, I'm just saying
with
they
your
have-
ability to put thoughts
I'm-
together into a
no,
poem.
I'm just saying
Clearly.
at all.
I'm
Clearly.
just saying they have
No,
different
they
ability
told
than you
him
do.
it's
That's
deaf.
all.
See, I do like half
I
and half.
understand
See,
there's
half
different
script.
abilities.
They
I'm
might not be able to do
that's-
algebra.
I'm not saying
but they
everybody
can write
has
a
to be
poem.
doing
You
some
can't write a
advanced
poem.
level.
Go
Yeah.
get a scissor and cut something.
Yeah, please get a scissor. Oh my
Yeah, we're
God!
getting this paper. Might as well cut
I
this.
won't write script because I can't write script, and I have terrible penmanship, but I can hold a pen properly. That's
You look
great.
good. It looks good on paper.
Let's see. Mike
I
Jr.
don't know how he
doesn't,
does that.
doesn't know how to use a scissor. We're putting him to the test.
That's wild.
Look, the problem is the No Child Left Behind policy
Cut that paper into a star shape.
is stupid. Star shape?
Oh,
You
that's
guys couldn't
tough.
do that.
Just do a circle.
A
Star is
circle.
tough. A square. Do a square.
He's
He's
barely,
doing fine.
he can barely cut straight. Look.
No, he's making a square.
I'm bad at cutting stuff. I'll admit.
No, that was supposed to be a straight line cut he just did.
No, but if it comes out straight, just like he said, if you can read what he wrote,
What does he make?
with his knuckles sticking out. Yeah, look at that.
It's like dull stick, but
That's sad. That's
it's
Let me see that square.
oh,
It's a useless skill. It's a useless skill.
But
I hate arts and crafts.
the way you hold that too. It's so interesting, dude. I guess you would have never been a doctor. Definitely. I mean, you got the penmanship for a doctor.
I've never. This is the thing. You guys are saying this, and fine. Yes, I hold a pen weird. Totally agree.
That's beyond.
I don't
weird.
think my handwriting, like my penmanship, is fantastic. I've never once
I can't
had a
script,
teacher
so.
say you have to rewrite that because I can't understand it ever in my life.
I can't write script.
So I can't. There's nothing I can say beyond that.
That's not bad.
And I'm just like I understand there's different levels of aptitude.
I know, but you always
But
go
at
right
some
to the
point-
extreme, leave them back 3 years. I mean, the point is,
That's not
but
bad.
Kids can't-
your
kids
original
can't read.
point was they should have just been in your class
Yes.
and learned at your pace.
Oh,
Yes.
look at that.
And
Johnny
all we're
can write
saying
script.
is that they needed extra help to get them through.
Look, I'm
And
fine
you,
with
and you
extra
weren't
help.
for that.
Not bad.
I'm fine with extra help. My initial point about them being separated was
Stay
just
simple.
odd to me because it was literally just taking kids who like weren't that good at math.
No, it's not bad at all.
And it wasn't taking people who had a learning disability. So it was weird to like if I was one of them, I would be incredibly embarrassed because it's like just the dumb class.
Yeah.
It's not like the learning people have learning disabilities, and that's like you have a learning disability. It's harder for you to learn.
I can't even.
If you're
write,
just dumb,
I write script and print.
you know what I'm saying?
So do
if you're
I.
segregated,
I
because
think
you're
what
like because you just don't get it.
Michael, I think what happened with you is they were like, why are we in this dumb class when that guy over there came and hold a pen?
Yeah.
He should be in like
They were probably talking about
Yeah.
That could be.
class.
That could
they,
be.
they were like he should be in
That
like
could be.
They're like, they got us in this class.
yeah.
It is dummy.
He
Hold
should
the
be
way,
in
hold the
writing
pen.
A.
That could be.
Yeah.
We have
can't even hold a pen.
there is an illiteracy rate in the U.S. that's like 30%.
Now he's got facts and figures.
He's got to come back intelligent. Nail it.
Am I wrong? I'm saying that
There's
the
an illiteracy
problem is that you let kids get away with not being good at stuff because of all the hand holding and you have this and you have that.
I agree.
And it's like expect more of people and they will do more. Instead of going
Well-
immediately like,
Well, I
you
can
got a
agree with
60,
that.
you got a 60 on
As
this
a-
test,
as
so
an
you're in this
overall
special
comment,
class
I'm
and your
sure-
math grade doesn't
okay.
count anymore.
As an
I'm
overall
sure-
comment, I can agree with that. But people, to what Michael's saying, people learn differently.
Yes.
And if it helps someone to have some extra help,
But also-
and focus on one thing, which in this case would be math, there's nothing. I don't see anything wrong with
When
that.
you talk about the
I don't have anything
30%
wrong with that.
illiteracy rate, there's also like people that aren't taught at home. All they get is what they get in school, and that's not enough.
You want to know that
You got a lot at home too. Not from me, but your mother really gave you like
Dad of the year.
same thing.
she always was educating on something.
Yes, but if,
Always a question.
but
Always do this.
school-
Always do that.
I know, but if school's going to exist in public school,
I know, but-
particularly,
but
it has to
school-
take that into account, and you shouldn't just be going,
Well, they
"Oh,
do.
your parents
They
suck."
do. They put
so
those-
you don't have to learn how
They
to read,
do, and they put those.
You can't have a
they put those
population.
kids into a different class, and then guys like you complain. And
But
say,
they- but-
screw them. They should be learning with me, and if they can't keep up, leave them back.
No, no.
That's what you said
not-
at the get go.
No,
No, but
no,
I-
no. We're
I
mixing
can
up
agree.
two
The
things. I was
illiteracy
initially saying
The
that-
illiteracy rate, just say the word, rate.
Phillies.
That's a collective issue.
Yes.
It's the school, the parent, it's everything. You know if your kid can't read, and if you're not helping them
Or if
Right.
they're dyslexic.
outside of school.
Yeah. No,
Yeah,
for the record, because we're mixing up 2 points. My initial point about being moved to the second class is I always found it odd because it was not people. When I went to St. Cecilia's, well, they're not a school anymore. When I went to St. Cecilia's, they had classes that were separated because they actually had people with learning disabilities and they had special therapists come in.
They should.
I don't have any problem with that. Like, they need more help. What I found odd is that you have people that I'm like, when you're in school during the normal school day, I'm like, for all intents and purposes, we are on the same level. And they don't get the math, so they need some extra help, but they lose a class to do it. I'm like, they should be staying extra or whatever. But then they get let off the hook by not having actual standards about what they need to score on certain tests. Nobody gets left behind. And I'm saying, okay, they need an extra hour, fine. They need an extra hour. Like, I get that. I'm not saying everybody.
Don't take them out of one class to put them in another.
It just doesn't. That just never made
got their
sense to
extra
me.
learning.
That just never made sense to me. But my larger point that I wasn't talking about getting moved in that class. That was
Maybe
just
that's what happened.
that was about the ADD ADHD thing about learning disabilities. I get why that would need an actual separate and a specialized teacher.
Right.
If you're like you don't get sixth grade math well enough, so we need an extra hour with the same math teacher. I'm like, I don't know, man. Just expect them to learn the
agree.
math at the level that they're at. They're in sixth grade.
They used to take you out of art class to learn your writing skills.
That's
And
not true.
That's what happened with the scissor thing. You probably can't glue
Oh,
stuff
that
either.
could be it.
That's
I'm
why.
terrible at gluing
Like
stuff.
that.
And we've
What is
seen your
wrong
paintings.
with you?
I hate arts and crafts.
When we go to those painting things, we've seen your paintings.
give
They're
up.
incredible.
The last one was pretty good.
You did like
Last
a
one was
black-
actually pretty
you
good.
did like a black.
Wait, like a
canvas.
sip and paint
could
thing?
I did
find
that
them
one
all,
was
yeah.
bad.
Really?
The
yeah.
last one I did was good though.
One of them, I don't know what he did, man. Like it wasn't.
I
Even,
get furious.
It was just the color. He
I
used-
get furious.
He used
Really?
all the right colors, but nothing looked like what it was supposed to.
I almost had.
So they
like,
should have a
It's
special
almost-
ed painting table for people like
for-
you.
Yes,
Move Michael. to
It's
the
almost
end
like they
table.
say,
Could stay
like
an
you know,
extra 3
like
hours.
like autistic people have this and they don't have this. It's like almost because he's got all that other
He's got all the other
intelligence,
stuff
he
going on.
can't
He's
do
got
all
no
the
room
simple
for
shit.
artistic stuff.
That's
I
it.
can't do any of it.
Yeah.
I had to.
He
I
is
almost-
stupid in certain ways,
Yeah.
just not educational wise.
100%.
That's
That's what I'm
fucking
saying.
great.
Everybody has their ups and downs, but like my point about when I'm talking about middle school is like I don't expect everybody to be able to do trig or like calculus.
Yeah.
But everybody in America should be expected to be able to read,
Yes.
to do algebra,
Amen.
like middle school stuff. And like I think you should expect them to be able to do that. I don't think you should go, oh, you have a rough home life, so reading just not your thing, kid. That guy needs that person needs to be able to read.
That is a lot more
Figure
important
it
than
out.
scissors.
Right.
Right?
And math.
It's
And like
a whole lot more important than scissors learn how to read.
and math, yeah. Math is going to come up again. At least basic math. Like, again, you don't need to learn. Not everybody in the world needs to know calculus. But if you can't do, like, simple addition, multiplication, how do you... We're talking about interests.
But nowadays,
You
people
expect
can
these
have
people to be
calculators.
able to make... Like, you can't pass 6th grade math, and then you want them to make a good loan... Like, make a good decision on a loan? They don't understand it. They can't do the math. Like, that's crazy. That's how you end up with people... And we're talking about protecting them. It's like, protect them by expecting them to learn it when they're in the 6th grade.
But they bought a house with a bad loan and bad interest because they couldn't do the math. But they went inside and they were able to wallpaper it, paint it, and hang the art, and didn't have to pay
That's
anyone extra to do
right.
it.
I'll accept that.
You
Look, I'll accept my shortcomings on things, but at least I can like read and write. You know what I mean? Like I can communicate as an adult human being.
Fair enough.
Like if you can't, I don't know how people go through life. Can you imagine not being able to read fully? Like you have struggle with it,
Yeah.
but you can read.
Right.
Could you imagine you can't read anything?
No.
How do you go to new places?
I'd hate it. I hate it.
What do? You go to a new city.
It's unfortunate. Some
Yeah.
people get left behind.
You know? No, well they
good
don't.
slogan tonight.
They don't. They go to high school and college, and that's why we have like a graduation rate that's like ridiculously low. It's
Yeah.
like that shouldn't be a thing.
Ah, fair.
You go to high school, you should graduate from it. You go to
I
college,
agree.
you should graduate from it.
I
If
agree.
you cannot, something already got messed up, and fix it then.
Yeah.
Don't send him to senior year of high school and then go, this kid can't read. He's failed every math class he's been in high school so far, but he's been here for 4 years. He's with his friends. We're gonna
Yeah.
what are we
push
gonna
them-
do? Send him
Gonna push him
5
through.
years ago?
What do you want?
How do they make it to college? How do they pass the exams to make it to college?
There are none of those exams exist anymore. They don't even have the SAT. Yours?
No, we're all screwed.
Did it go?
All right, we're all screwed.
What?
The world is screwed. We know that.
Not the world, the U.S. education system. Because I think like No Child Left Behind and stuff. Because they and it goes hand in hand with it started with the ADHD thing. Because it's all the hand holding about, oh, you have all these reasons why you can't do this. It's like, no, expect them to do it. Is it harder for some people? Yeah, and like that's fair. And if they need an extra hour, they need an extra hour. And fine, they don't have that support at home. So some kids will just kind of be left out, like behind because of that. And I feel bad for them, in the school or whatever education system should be able to do as much as they can for them. But that
Some
doesn't
people-
but that
some
doesn't
people
mean
don't make it through school.
but I mean but I'm saying now most do get pushed through.
Yeah.
And a lot of it's just to
Everybody
get college loans. Like they just want to get kids to college so that the government can now own them.
Because
And that's not good.
they have barely enough skills to make it through. They're not
Right.
really. Yeah, I get it. I understand that.
All right, so stop talking about my
I
pain.
don't like when you belittle people. And it
really
bothers me that
belittling
you can't
anybody.
use a scissor. It's kind of
Yeah,
annoying.
it bothers me too. I almost had last thing.
I
we'll
think
wrap
you did
this.
a good
Be
job.
screwed
with
if you
this.
became
I don't
if you
know-
became a tailor.
I don't know
It's-
how they
it's-
challenged you.
If you saw it on a big piece
If you
of
gave
paper,
him
it's bad.
if you gave him like a
I can't
color-
cut
a
straight
coloring
lines.
book
I can't
thing
cut straight lines.
and asked him to cut it out.
I can't
Impossible.
do it. I
But
can't
he
do
could
it.
color in the lines very well.
Yes, that I can do.
That he could do.
That I can do.
You can color.
Maybe it's not the scissor. Maybe it's the way you're holding the paper.
You know what I think
You
it
cut
is?
lefty
I
or
cut
right?
lefty,
Why are you
Then we
cutting
get
lefty?
you a lefty.
and I use
scissors.
righty scissors.
There's only they don't.
There aren't lefty
do a lot
righty
of stuff
They
with
make,
my-
they
yeah,
make
they are.
left-handed scissors.
The like blade that's on top.
Commonly,
is
or
the,
Oh.
place you can get them.
I think you could
I
get
might
it.
Why
went
do
to
you
a-
cut lefty?
Like
I went to
Staples.
a
I do a lot of things lefty.
Staples has a
I don't know.
left-handed scissors. Sure.
They do.
I think Staples does.
I wouldn't know how to use it though.
It's
All
just
he is
no.
using a
I think the
scissor
only thing
way.
that changes is one of the there's like a top blade and a
Yeah,
bottom
I get what you're
blade,
saying.
and I think
Yeah,
they're just they're
you have
they're
to
flipped.
see it.
Flip because
You have to see though.
Yeah, like
you
this
got to
is-
see it as you cut it.
Yeah.
He's backwards.
I think a lefty would just like you see like the kind
Yeah,
of
but
the
not-
back one
so-
is on the
I got you.
You got to see the
Yeah, but I
blade.
wouldn't know how to use a left hand like.
you
it's a
would use it
right-handed
the
scissor,
same
right?
way.
Yeah. that's a right-handed scissor. So if you flipped it, the cutting blades are
The
different.
cutting blades would be inverted. I
You
think.
can't even flip it.
No, you can't flip it.
Yeah, he did. No, he did flip it. So then it's the
Because
other
when you
way.
cut, you
but your
wanna
finger
be-
holes.
But your
are
finger
right.
holes are
Yeah.
now
what you're
are now.
cutting. So this blade should be on the outside because you want to see it. So when he's cutting here, he's not seeing what he's cutting. He's away from it.
And look, I don't even.
Yeah, but
I'm
I'm
not
using
making
the scissor
excuses.
left-handed.
I
You
should be
could
able to
cut
cut
like
stuff.
this.
Yeah, let me cut a circle.
I'm not making excuses for my inability to cut stuff or any of my inability to do art. I just have a funny anecdote now because I think you guys would appreciate it. And you got to ask next time you see Peyton. You got to ask her.
Okay.
I almost had a conniption in college, right? So high school, like you have to do arts and crafts a lot in middle school,
Right. Of course.
generally. I hated it every time. I couldn't stand it. I would go into fits of rage about it, right?
Wow.
And then high school, you don't really have to. I don't know. Maybe I did one or two ever. Like I had to take an art class, but it was mostly drawing and painting, which was fine. I don't mind that stuff as much as like having to glue and cut and things like that, right? Real arts and craftsy stuff.
That's beautiful.
That was a really good circle.
That's
Good
beautiful.
job.
Not bad.
That's gorgeous.
But then I guess I was bound to happen, right?
I know he's been doing it all night.
So then in college,
Give me some napkins.
Thank you. At least it did it the opposite way.
in college, I thought certainly not, right? I won't have to do any arts and crafts.
And you had to take.
And I had to do one arts and crafts project, basically, taking anthropology. I had to like make a dossier on like an old primate species, whatever it was. But I was so angry. I was like, I wanted to drop out of school. You got to ask Peyton about it. I was furious in my room. It took me it wasn't even that big of a project. It probably took me 10 hours. Like I just could not get through it. Every like bone in my body, rejects it. I hate arts and crafts. I don't know why. It probably started because I was bad at it.
Because you were bad at it and you didn't want to do it.
Fair enough. But man,
That was 4 years of high school. I think our grammar school had a
that's not a
very low
star.
bar. And when we went to high
I
school,
hope that's not supposed to be a
we
star.
struggled.
there's a big yeah.
You're already like 2 points over.
This
See,
was
that
a-
happens a lot with colleges. I hear about like why like the graduation rates go down because somebody goes to a high school, they think they're doing well because they're high school, they get A's and they're like, I'm taking all the good classes, but they're not. Like the school's not good. They don't really know. Then they go to college and it's like an actual course, and they're failing. And then at that point, it's too late. It's like it would be very difficult for freshman year of college you to like relearn 2 years of high school math.
So not ever going to college and not going away to
It's an
college, right?
8-pointed star.
Isn't it easy? Isn't the academic
couldn't
part
do
of
it, though.
college fairly easy?
me.
Isn't college more about
I think it depends on your major, like by a lot. You know what I mean?
when you get past the undergraduate?
No, even undergrad, like, because if you take like pre-law or pre-med, those are pretty hard. Like, those are already difficult. But like, I took business. Business is not that
you're
hard.
cheating.
If you have like a decent, like I had a decent high school math background and stuff, so it wasn't that difficult to get to like the college math.
You want one of those dummies?
I'm talking about high school. I'm saying like I took calculus and like trig and stuff in high school. So like my freshman year of college, I had to take, it was called business calc. And it was basically just like high school level calculus. Because it's just the lowest level of calc you need to really do, because you don't need to know super complex math to do like baseline business stuff, freshman year stuff. So like I happened to have taken calc, so it was easy. But there was kids I was in class with who just never took calculus.
Right.
So for them, it was like really difficult. It was like taking their first calculus class.
Yeah.
I had just already done like sloping and these things. So but it does, I think, heavily depend on like what you're taking. Like, I never liked writing like essays and stuff. So like English would have been hard for me because of that. But I don't think English as like a department or as a major is like that difficult, because if you like the writing and you're good at the writing, there's not like a ton of cerebral things going on. I think it's like if you do STEM, like engineering undergrad is like very difficult at good schools. I mean, it also kind of depends on where you go. So I think it's more major dependent. But yeah, I mean, I don't think it's generally considered like incredibly difficult.
I think the
for
goal,
most
if there is even a
most
goal,
undergrad
because you're
degrees
probably
are not
right,
that hard.
The goal is just to put people in debt in college.
Yes, I agree with that
And some
totally.
other issues. But the goal is working independent.
It's a one of a kind design.
What is that?
That's why he's so good at arts and crafts.
That's messed up.
Nothing wrong with it.
It's messed up.
But yeah, I do think a lot. I think at this point it is definitely just a money make. Like they want as many people
they
to
don't
go to
care.
college and take like communications is usually considered like one of the easiest across college is one of the easiest majors, and like so, and I don't even know really what you do with. I mean, you can go, I don't know, work at like a news.
Nothing wrong with that.
No, there's nothing wrong with working for a news like company or anything. I'm just saying like communications is like a massive major, and it doesn't have like specific places. I'm sure if you really stay within like, and all for anything in college, there's like if you take it really seriously, you can find things in that, because you're gonna have professors who worked in the industries and stuff. But like communication generally considered very easy. Like it's commonly like for athletes, communications is always like they probably You know what I mean? The ones who like are just like they're just here to play sports. They usually take like communications. That's an easy major, and they just get tons of money off of student loans for it. So it is definitely like they're doing like a factory thing. But I don't know. What was even?
What did we start with?
No, we did start with this really, but I was gonna say we can end here.
What did we start with?
I was annoyed. I was annoyed, and then you said you had ADD, and now we've been.
Oh, and then we went off on ADD.
He was annoyed. He's usually.
I think I was
supposed
angry.
to be annoyed.
I know.
Well, he could be any of the three.
He can be any of the three.
Angry, annoyed, amused. And you're all three.
Yeah. You're all the emotions.
That's good.
Anyway, thanks for listening, everyone, and as always,
stay angry, annoyed, and amused.